Wheat allergies are so common these days that chances are your supermarket stocks a selection of gluten-free ingredients. Things like gluten-free lasagna noodles. These are actually made out of rice flour, and they're perfect for layering flavor, but it's the layers in between that are the challenge here. And how many times do I start a flavor base with onions and garlic? The best way to make cheese sauce is basically to thicken flavored milk and then stir in a whole bunch of cheese. And that's what's going on here, but I'm not going to add all the milk just yet. Save some. You'll need it to help thicken the works with cornstarch. About 4 tablespoons. The best way to do it is to actually dissolve it in something else separate from the hot liquid and then add it to the liquid, and that way it doesn't end up lumpy. And perhaps more importantly, cornstarch is gluten-free. 2 tablespoons of Dijon. A couple of bay leaves for neutral aromatic flavor. A tablespoon of Worcestershire for anything but neutral aromatic flavor. And my favorite secret ingredient, nutmeg. That may seem like a lot of flavor right there, and it definitely is, but keep in mind, this sauce has to flavor the entire lasagna, and the ricotta cheese that's traditionally included in lasagna is actually quite bland. 2 cups or so. Parmesan, on the other hand, no lack of flavor here. Couple of cups. Now, when you put this much effort into something, a cheese sauce, it's easy to think of the cheese as the star of the show. It's actually not, though. The spinach is. 1 pound. That's a lot of spinach for a little bit of sauce, but that's the point. It's spinach sauce. And just keep stirring, because eventually the spinach will wilt and shrink. This lasagna is a lot easier to assemble than the carnivale. And don't worry if there's a little bit of space in between your noodles. That's actually a good idea because these will expand a bit. In a sense, there are 2 different approaches to allergen-free cooking. You can start with a pile of ingredients that work for you and then just create a dish, or you can start with a favorite dish like spinach lasagna and modify the details to suit your needs. Things like cornstarch instead of flour or gluten-free noodles. Either approach works, and they're both all about flavor. This will take about an hour or so to bake, and feel free to pull the foil in the last 15 minutes to brown the cheese, and like most lasagnas, this is really good with a little salad on top. It's really easy to make your own homemade salad dressings, and sweet and sour is always a good way to go. Just remember, 1 part sour red wine vinegar, 1 part sweet honey, 2 parts olive oil, your very best olive oil, and a little bit of mustard to help the vinegar and the oil combine easily, and a lot of oregano for flavor. It's so delicious. It's so cheesy and spinachy. I'm actually not sure if that's a word, but that's what it tastes like. And perhaps the ultimate compliment here is that it tastes good all by itself.